You're watching the Best of Wisconsin Homes, and here on the show we like to talk about designs and remodeling. And you know, we like to work with Degnan Design-Build-Remodel and all of their beautiful projects they've done. We've always been amazed. We've got them back on the show today. This is Abe Degnan, and we're celebrating today because they're celebrating their 40th anniversary. So congratulations on that, Abe. Although I know by looking at you that you haven't been the one that started that company.
No, you know, it's a great joke because people do ask me that. And they say, what, did you start when you were 5?
They
and I'm
forget to do the math, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did because, you know, so the fact is the company was started by my father, but he started it when I was 5 years old. So since I was a little kid, I was helping, and my parents tell me that like when I was 2 years old, I could name every tool in my father's toolbox.
Oh, so you kind of have been doing it for 40 years, though.
It kind of is like that. It is.
And you definitely have a passion for it. We see it in the amazing projects that you do. Now let's share a little bit of the history about when Bob started the company.
Yeah, so, you know, so 1981, my father, Bob Degnan, started the company. And so he worked on his own a lot of the time. One of the things, my earliest memories was him remodeling our own house. They had this nice little house out in the country, but the garage actually didn't have an entrance into the house. You had to walk outside of the garage door in order to get in the house. So some of the things I remember were them using these come-along pulleys that they winched the garage. They disconnected it from the house, winched it over about 20 feet and built an addition in the middle that put in a stairway going from the garage to the house and connected everything together. And just, you know, that stuff impacts you as a kid and you remember that stuff, you know?
Oh yeah, as a kid, that would be like life-altering to see something like that happen. Yeah, amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the early years of the company. How would you describe it from your memory and things your dad has told you?
Well, it was originally known as Degnan Building and Remodeling, and so my father did a lot of different projects. You know, some of it was handyman type stuff, small remodels, screen porches, bathrooms, you know, anything, you name it. A lot of repairs and window replacements and things like that. Usually working on his own. I remember different people that he had work with him over the years. One person that I spent a lot of time with as I was in elementary and middle school that he had working with him on and off was a friend named Keith, and you know, it's cool because Keith's daughter and her daughter are actually family friends today. Our girls play soccer together, so it's really fun that those connections stay over time.
Oh, that's wonderful. So then you were involved in this really from the time you were 5. When did you get involved professionally then?
Well, so I went to college and got my architecture degree, and when I went to college, I didn't necessarily intend on coming back into the company, but what I discovered in college was that I loved being able to build what I designed because I was still working in the summertime helping my father, and I was designing projects on the side for him, and I was seeing that when he built the projects that I designed, they got built the way that I envisioned them, and in comparison, when I was like freelancing stuff, there would be other people who would build something, but they didn't build it quite the way it was designed. So it made a difference, and that's when I got involved then in 1998 when I graduated college with my architecture degree, decided to join the company.
Yeah, that's got to be fulfilling then, to just see it from start to finish, to go through exactly the way that you saw it in your head. What then do you see then looking forward, you know, imagining what you see in your head now for the future of the company? Where do you see everything going?
Well, you know, so when I joined the company, it was really just the 2 of us, and then it became 3 of us. And at this point now, my father retired about 10 years ago, but there's actually 10 of us in the company now. And one of the exciting things is that my oldest son has been working through the Dane County Youth Apprenticeship in construction and design for 2 years, and we have another youth apprentice who's also a senior in high school this year in the construction program, and my second son is planning to join as a youth apprentice next year. So you know, we're getting into the 3rd generation of Degnans here, and we have other young students who are actually getting involved as well as you know, all the fabulous people that I get to brag about every month when we're here doing these wonderful projects for our clients.
I love too that your son is getting into this as an apprentice too, and then it's just we can see it continuing on into the future with great design for years to come. I love it, and we look forward to seeing some more of those new projects as you're continuing to work on them now. Thanks so much, Abe, for coming on today, and stay with us. There's more on Best of Wisconsin Homes coming up.